welcome to Detectives. As usual, what we say is that it's either I take you a tip or I tip you a tech. Whatever it is, welcome to Detectives. It's been long, yes, indeed it has been long, but we are back. Alright, so today we want to talk about call forwarding. We want to talk about call forwarding. Now, there are several ways that you can forward a call, and we have different types of call forwarding. It's either one, the person have switched off the phone, so you have to forward the call, or two, the line is busy, so you have to forward the call, or unconditional call forwarding. This means that there's no condition attached to why you are forwarding the call, and there are more. Okay, so now in several ways of doing this. The first one, you can go to your phone call and then go to settings of your phone call and make those changes and then divert your calls or forward your calls. Secondly, you can also go to your main settings and then do so. So that depends on the kind of phone you are using. It also depends on the kind way that will fit you best. Now, there's one that most people don't know about despite it exists. One thing I want us to know is that there are several ways of making things happen on your phone, and the phone you are using, the laptop you are using, or the machine you are using is capable of doing a lot of things that we are not aware of. When it comes to Apple users, there are several ways of forwarding call. When it comes to Android users, there are several ways of forwarding call. But this one, we are going to talk about how you can be able to forward your calls in just one way for both an iOS user and then an Android user. Now, how do we do it? People dial some star, some numbers star, then your telephone number hash to forward the call. That's one way. There are other numbers that can also be dialed. I don't want to mention the numbers due to security reasons, but if you want me to do, just put it in the description, and don't forget to give a thumbs up to this video, subscribe, and click on the bell there, so anytime we release a video, you'll be the first to have access to it. Okay, so now the most important part is that the reasons why people forward this call is one, for WhatsApp hackers. There are several ways of hacking WhatsApp, but how do people now do it? The first one they do is to forward your calls so that WhatsApp can be able to call them instead of sending them SMS, which will come to your number. But in this time around, they forward the call, they receive the call on your behalf, get the pin codes, and then be able to have access to your WhatsApp. But how would you prevent them from doing that? The best thing for you to do is to have a two-step verification. I'll be leaving the link to the video I posted earlier about, I think a year ago, about how you can be able to set up your two-step verification on your WhatsApp. It's very, very important. If you set that, or if you set that, no one can be able to hack your WhatsApp account. Now, when people set this, how do you change it, or how do you know if someone has been able to actually forward your calls using USSD, or short code that we all know for? Now, the first way of checking is for you to dial star hash 61 hash or star hash 62 hash. But now this depends on several ways. Depending on the kind of USSD the person used to forward the call, that will be depending on which one you must also use for you to be able to know whether the person is able to forward your calls. Now let's try this out. Okay, so from here we can realize that someone used a USSD code to actually forward my calls. You can see it from here. Now if I use the same code that the person used but in a different way, I'll be able to know whether the person has forwarded my calls or not, and you cannot see it from this side. Now let's say I use a different code to check again, which is not what the person used. Now let's see this and realize that this is telling me my call is not forwarded. So for me to be able to know whether my call is forwarded or not, I must be able to use the same code that the person used, but in a reverse way, by dialing the star hash or star something something something. Now I'll be leaving those codes in the description. Do well to check them, but for the code for you to be able to use to actually forward the call, I'll actually not share that, but I just want you guys to be able to share this video and also leave a comment in the description for me to be able to know that whether I should leave that code or not. But please and please, if I leave it or if I give it out, no one should be able to try and use to hack others. Alright, so that has been it. But one thing I want to leave beside you guys is that if you want to do something, the time for you to do it is now. If you want to do something, the time for you to do it is now. Don't hesitate, just do it, and when it succeeds, you are a successful person. If it doesn't, you've learned from it. And as well, if you want to learn forex, there is a link in the description. Kindly click on that link. It will take you to a WhatsApp group. Join the WhatsApp group and learn how to be a forex trader. And if you want to be a website designer too, there is a link in the description. Click on it and register to be a website designer. For the forex trading, it's free, but if you want to learn more, there is advanced classes that you have to pay an amount for it, and I'll leave the link in the description for you to do so. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. So we'll meet again in the next video. Adios.